Hello, my name is Parker Patterson, and this is my informative speech. The career path that I chose to dive into is a career in being a project manager. Now, I was lucky enough to speak with someone who has actually been a project manager for the past 20 to 30 years, and I was able to get their insight on what it is like and what it takes to be a project manager. Now, being a project manager is a career that anybody could be proud of. You get to be the boss. You get all the respect, you get the better pay, but with that also comes all of the responsibility. You see, project managers, they deal with budgets, they deal with clients, they deal with colleagues, employees, and their own boss. Project managers are the ones who make sure that this project runs and flows as smooth as a well-oiled machine. And without the project manager, the whole thing would collapse. Now, it sounds like a lot of risk, which it is, a lot of responsibility. Now, there are certain projects where things can get unexpected and unexpected turns can happen. For example, when I was interviewing my project manager, I discovered that their company once was working on a 12-story high-rise. It's an electrical job, something that they planned to do as far as electrical work goes. They installed all of the wiring and the electrical components in this 12-story high-rise, and then about a week later, the building flooded, completely throwing a wrench into their plans. They had to go back inside the 12-story high-rise, strip all the wiring components, let them air out dry, and reinstall them before anything else could be done. And that added on another 3, maybe even 4 months to the project. And as you could assume, the clients weren't very happy about that one. And that's what I mean in the sense of responsibility and stress and respect. If you're able to fix that problem, you get that respect that you deserve. Of course, you can't get that without all that responsibility. As a project manager, dealing with an issue like that takes a lot of skill. It takes serious skill and experience, which of course comes when you build a stable career as a project manager. And, let's be honest, a tiny bit of luck. But the luck is so insignificant in contrast to the experience and skill side of being a project manager. There are a lot of issues that come to question when you're a project manager, things such as dealing with customers, employees, colleagues, etc. It takes a lot of skill for all these pieces to fall into place. And it's not just about the values or qualities about the clients or your colleagues or the people who are actually building the building or electrical components. It really does come down to the project manager's qualities themselves. How are they as a manager? Are they relaxed? Are they overly strict? And the project manager that I discussed with, they believe that you cannot be too relaxed or too strict, because if you sway to one side or the other, it throws off team morale. They begin to question whether or not you should really be in that position of power. And so he's not saying be too strict, not be too relaxed. You have to find that happy medium in order to be a successful project manager. Now, getting into a rhythm is what was said the most, honestly. Getting into a rhythm, finding out what works for you, and finding out what doesn't, is a big factor into whether or not you will have a successful or unsuccessful career as a project manager. With the rhythm comes the qualities. The person that I spoke with believes that every good project manager has a certain set of qualities that make them what they are. And those qualities are honesty, integrity, relationship building skills, and trustworthiness. Obviously, honesty is a huge one. Although the money, the power, the responsibility, and the respect are all wonderful aspects of this job, the real challenge comes down to the stress, managing a workload, managing other people. Because if this project doesn't come out like the clients want, they're not going to blame the construction company that built it. They're not going to blame the colleagues of the company that were hired. It's more or less going to come down to the project manager. And in order to be a good project manager, you have to really decide within yourself if you can handle that kind of stress and that kind of a workload. If not, then probably project management is not the career for you. But in the case where you feel like you can be the boss and manage multiple things at once, and you might have found the career that you'd be interested in, project management. Like I said, the pay's good, the respect's good, but that responsibility, all those different components, that's the real challenge.